Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Club Couture. I wanted to let you first of all, I apologize if I have to clear my throat or if I start coughing. I do have some cough drops on standby just in case. So when you hop in, say hi, tell me where you're watching from, and I'll be sure to give you a hi back. I also wanted to let you know that I am using an online platform called StreamYard, and there's the mascot right there, Mr. Puddles in his Santa hat. So I am live in 3 different locations this evening. I'm live on my business page, I'm live in my crafty Facebook group, and I am live on my YouTube channel. And I say that just to let you know that if you hear me refer to a comment that you may not see in your feed, that is why that viewer may be watching and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my private group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard access to your profile name, the link, just click the StreamYard link in the description of the video. That way you show up under your profile name in my comments and not just Facebook user. That way I know who to say hi to. Again, say hi, tell me where you're watching from, and we will get started. I see that Jason is watching from the, excuse me, the other side of the door. I also, and there's a commenter from my Facebook group, but I don't know who it is. But hello, I'm glad you were able to join me. We are going to be doing an inking project tonight. I see Chris has hopped on. Hello. So I'm going to be using the Club Couture transfer for the month. This is called Good Things. It says good things are going to happen. Oh, it's Kendria. Hello, Kendria. I don't know why. I think sometimes Facebook just loses connection. So you may have to go in and update that link. I know StreamYard was down a little bit the other day when some of the Amazon stuff went down, but so you might need to reconnect. But hello, Kendria. Hello, Bonita. So we're going to be using the Club Couture transfer. It's called Good Things Are Gonna. It says Good Things Are Going to Happen. The only way to get this transfer is to be a Club Couture member or to be a designer. When you, as a Club Couture member, you also get 3 paste singles along with your transfer. And this month's colors are Peachy Keen, Couture Teal, and Eucalyptus. These are paste jars, but you will get paste singles. So those of you who are Club Couture members, be looking for that to come in your mailbox. These are reusable silkscreen transfers. They do have a sticky back, and you can see wherever it's clear, there is a silkscreen material. So you won't lose any of your inside of your letters. You won't lose any punctuation. I won't be losing any of my leaves. I did have to make some vinyl stencils last night, and yeah, I lost a few pieces. I had to weed it. It wasn't fun, but I did it anyway. So because this is reusable, I'm going to write the name of the transfer on the back. That way, when I go to clean this transfer, I know that this is the back of the backer sheet and that I'm to put the transfer down on this side of the backer sheet. So tonight, I'm going to be using Couture Teal, Bright White, and I'm going to mix some of the Shimmer Silver in with the Couture Teal to give it a little bit of glimmer. So we'll be doing that. And if you've watched before, you might remember that we normally fuzz transfers, but when I use these transfers on fabric or canvas, I do not fuzz them. We want it as sticky as possible so that it sticks well to the fabric. And I'm just going to find the center of the transfer by lining these 2 little scrolls up, and then I'm going to pinch right here in the middle, and that gives me a slight crease. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little crease right there. So I can kind of line it up with what looks like the middle of my t-shirt. So that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to burnish it down really well. So how's everyone's Wednesday going? Hope it's been a good one. We're one day closer to Friday. So you can say it's Friday Eve. Whatever makes it feel closer to Friday, right? So I think I'm going to do most of the transfer in white, but these little, there's some little leaves here, this little leaf here, these leaves here. And then I think I'm going to do the words right here also in Couture Teal, and there's some leaves here. The rest is going to be white, so I'm going to have to pay extra close attention so I don't chalk where I'm not supposed to. And so I'm going to kind of work over here so I don't spill all my ink all over my shirt. And I know on my live the other night, we had one of my viewers asked what the shelf life is. Ink and paste are a little different, but I have never had to buy a second tub of ink for any color. Oh, well, I take that back. I think I did buy black, but my other black was kind of runny, and I was getting kind of low on black. But literally every other color is the same ink that I've had for at least 3 years. I've been a designer for almost 4. So it lasts a long time. So I'm going to add I'm going to add some Couture Teal here. And I'm going to add some silver to it. That might be a bit much, but I think I may grab some more teal. Put the lid on so it doesn't end in disaster. Okay, so I'll be using a multi-tool for a lot of this project, especially this color. So I'm just going to use a multi-tool to stir it up. Pull off the silver off the side. If I was thinking, I would have grabbed their Speedball makes a glitter additive that you can add to fabric ink, printing ink. I should have grabbed it. I think I'm going to add a little bit more silver. Oops. Looks like I am going to have to buy more silver here pretty soon. Okay, let's just keep mixing. Oh man, I've made a complete mess. Oh well, it wouldn't be me crafting if I didn't make a complete mess. Okay. That wasn't a good idea to stir with that. Don't mind me. I'm not a hot mess. I'm a spicy disaster. Okay, I'm going to grab a wet wipe. I tell you, if I don't end up in tears, it'll be a miracle. I tried to do some screen printing earlier, And I should have had Bonita here because when I did it on live the last time, she's the only one that saved my bacon because I almost forgot to take the transfer tape off before I inked. Well, guess what Miss Robin did tonight? She forgot to take the transfer tape off before she inked. So now I have to cut more vinyl stencils and start over again. Okay, enough of me whining. Okay, so let's open my white. Sorry, I'm taking too long to get started, but okay. I'm thinking I'm going to use some tape. I don't know whether to try to just do the leaves first so I don't forget them. I think I'll just tape over. Kendria says, I always forget that I have to go through your business page in order for you to see my name. Well, you could be you can do it from my group. You just have to hit that. There's something that says something about allowing StreamYard permission to access your profile name. And then that way it'll show up in the group page. It'll show up, your comment will show up from the group page under your name. But if you don't click that link, you'll show up just as Facebook user. So you can still stay in the group and watch, but you just have to click that link, specific StreamYard link in the comments or in the description of the video. I'm hoping this will be enough of a visual reminder to stop. We'll see. Oops. At the rate my night's gone. Kendria says I've done that before, so I don't know what happened. Well, I had to actually reconnect all of my social media platforms to my StreamYard account tonight on, I don't know if that was Monday or Tuesday. A lot of the Amazon web services went down, and I think that may have affected StreamYard a little bit. So if their servers went down, then everything had to kind of reboot itself again. So that could be what happened. That's just a guess. It's a big old fat guess. Okay. Let's see if this helps. I think every now and then it just has to, you just have to go through the process again. Okay. Cross your fingers, folks, because it has not been a good evening in the Banana crafty world tonight. Okay, so I'm just using a squeegee. I'm actually, let's do it this way. Uh-oh. See? Oh, boy. I bet it was that phone call. Technical difficulties. See? Yep. There we go. Okay. Let's flip it. Flip it good. Okay. Now we're back in the saddle again, except for I'm a little wonky. Bonita says, I've had those days as well. Ended up crying myself to sleep. Oh, next day crafting was much better. Yeah. If you see me exit stage right, you'll know I'm done. Okay, so let's give this a whirl. I'm just using my squeegee. That a little better. And I'm just going to dip it in the ink. Try not to make a humongo mess or get it all over my shirt. And I'm just going to start at the top and with a kind of a light hand, almost boo-booed already. This is going to take too much concentration. A goober or something. I'm just dragging it down the silkscreen area. With ink, I try to do one direction when possible. So either up or down or side to side. I've picked the wrong size squeegee. I'm just trying to be careful not to go where I want the green, which is probably gonna happen before the night is done. I'm gonna get a smaller squeegee. That's a little better. Okay, so let's get into this little section here. Whew, looking a little rough, friends. I'm still gonna have to use a smaller squeegee. It's a good thing I have lots of sizes. So you notice I have this little one. I've cut up some of my small squeegees into little teeny tiny squeegees. So I can get into some of these little tighter areas here. This is easier said than done. It is still easy, but this is kind of an intricate design. I had a hard time deciding how I actually wanted to tackle it. There's lots of boogers in my ink. I know I said I'd try to only go one direction, but that couldn't be helped. It's going to take a little longer with this smaller squeegee, but I think it'll help me get into the small spaces a little easier. So is everyone done with their holiday shopping? Has anyone not started yet? So we can get some of these long. You can do it, Robin. There's ice cream and cake waiting on the other side. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let's see if we can get some of this other side done. There's some serious boogers in my ink, so I need to be cleaning this one up. See, I have a whole bunch around the edge, and that stuff does kind of dry, and that's where you get your boogers. I need to do some maintenance on my inks and my chalks. Okay. Let's use this bigger one for a while. Kendra says she started shopping but not finished. You're finished with the kiddo, but so you're not worried about the rest. Yeah, we've got my side of the family, like my mom and dad, my sister and her adult kids and grandkids, and then my brother and his kiddos this weekend. So I had to kind of start early and get those gifts done. And I'm mostly done with my immediate family. Okay, let's see if we can knock this bottom part out. Probably gonna have a bunch of squeegee lines. Try to go back over this and smooth it out a bit. This up here looks terrible. Okay, now I'm going to grab a multi-tool because there's a few little tight spots that need some extra attention. Like this little line right here on this banner. Whew. Okay, I think we're good with the white. It's rather bumpy, but Kendra says, I just never know what to buy anymore. You're all out of ideas. Oh, I can come up with plenty of ideas for myself. It's the people that I live with that don't give me any ideas anymore. They both, my adult son and my husband both say, well, I don't want anything this year. Well, tough. Okay, so we're done with the white. I'm going to clean my hands off. I don't know why, because I'm just going to get them dirty trying to get this tape off again. So now we're going to peel these pieces of tape off. And we'll do the teal color. Oh yeah, hot mess. Okay. Now I need to wash my hands. Bonita says she's waiting for her hubby to ask what Bonita says. I'm waiting on my hubby to ask me what I want so I can tell him I want a cordless hot glue gun. There you go. That would be fun. Kendra says my kid always wants everything, so I have a lot of things to pick from her list. Yeah, I'm never without any ideas for myself, which is kind of sad. I'm a little too material, but oh well. Okay, so now I'm just going to use my multi-tool, and I'm going to get into these areas where the foliage is. And I'm going to go ahead and do these poop sticks. I had some on my finger. Oh well. Maybe I'll put a little flower there or something on my sleeve. That's why I always try to wash my hands. But I missed a spot. Kendra is tagging Bonita saying, I want one of those cordless glue guns too. So are you looking at like the Shore Bonder cordless, or you want to go all fancy like the lithium battery cordless Ryobi hot glue gun? I'm not spending $100 on a hot glue gun and a battery. Plus those things just get too hot. But the Shore Bonder cordless glue gun would be pretty cool. So I'm still just coming in to try to do the leaves. Andrea says, I'd like the Ryobi, but I don't want to buy it. I don't think I've heard of the other one. So I need to check it out. The Sure Bonder, those are the ones that are sold in like Joann, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. They're the black and lime green brand. Actually, I think Menards has a few as well. It sits on a stand that recharges it. So those are nice. I just think those Ryobis, they get way too hot. You can hear them. Some of the other Club Couture designers use those. For one, the batteries are like $80. No thanks. I can buy 8 glue guns for that. And 2, you can hear them sizzling when they put the glue down. And then they get like 2nd-degree burns if they ever get the glue on their skin. No, thank you. I don't want to be terrified of my glue gun. There is a mini Ryobi, but still you've got to buy the $80 battery. Again, I'm cheap. Bonita, are you talking about the Sure Bonder or the Ryobi? Okay. Let's see what kind of spicy disaster this looks like. Ugh. I'm afraid to even... Before I do anything, I'm going to test. Sounds like extreme crafting. It is. There's one designer that I watch a lot, and she was using the Ryobi one, and it would scare her. So I'm like, if you're scared of your glue gun, I probably wouldn't use it. And I think she may have quit using it, but yeah, not for me. Okay, I have a little bit of rubbing alcohol on this Q-tip. I'm just going to try to get this paste out right here, or the ink. This works for acrylic paint, so we'll try and see if it works for ink. It looks like it's coming off. Okay, so let's see what kind of disaster we might have. I'm going to pull slow, although I've probably botched it enough to where I don't know if I could actually fix it even if I tried to put it back down. My ink mat isn't very sticky. It's definitely going to have a vintage vibe to it. Yeah. My ink mat isn't very sticky, so I need to try to re-stick it. Oh boy. I've heard that if you clean it with Windex and let it sit for a little bit, and then you can kind of scrape, like if you had one of those Pampered Chef scrapers or even the Couture scraper, it'll scrape a lot of the gunk off and it'll re-stick itself. Oh, this is Hot Mess Express. I think I'm just going to try to go slow. Bonita says not the Ryobi one, the Sure Bonder. There's, yeah, cute little cordless glue guns. I'm trying not to stick the shirt back to itself. Fold it over on itself. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit over there. We'll give it a little bit of a drawer. Oh, Bonita says, Jason, run in there and hold that shirt down. I was about 5 seconds away from hollering at him, but we got through it. My ink mat is not sticky at all. It definitely has quite the aged look. I kind of like it though. So I'm just going to give it a quick dry, but I will leave it to dry overnight, and then I will heat set it tomorrow. And here are the heat setting directions. So you can use a home iron. You usually want to put it on medium or whatever setting matches the fabric that you're heat setting, and use small circular motions for about 4 minutes per side. If you're using a heat press or an easy press, you want to set it to roughly 305, but you also want to check your heat press guide to see what settings it specifies, and you're going to press it for 30 seconds. And you can use either a Teflon sheet or parchment paper as a barrier. And so I'll put my parchment paper down and I'll use my easy press and press this area for 30 seconds. And then I flip the t-shirt on inside out, and then I will slip the parchment paper on the inside, and then I will press, so I'll be pressing the back side of my inked area for another 30 seconds. Thanks, Bonita. I guess the leaves actually show up better on camera than they do in real life. It does look really pretty. Hey, Renee, you are good to go. We've been making a graphic tee with this month's Club Couture transfer. So this says, good things are going to happen. And Renee, your happy mail should be getting to you on Saturday. And Bonita, I still owe you some Happy Mail. Still super wet. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Jason. So, just to let you know, I definitely will not be live Monday and Wednesday of next week. Our church grow group is doing a community service project. And so we'll be gift wrapping gifts for 150 children. One of our grow group members is the manager of the Vineyards mobile home communities. There's one behind the Casey's on Schilling. There's one by Sunset School, and there's one on West Cloud. And so we made ornaments for all of those kiddos with clothing sizes, what they wanted or needed as far as toys or clothes. And then we have those available for our church members. And so far, all but 20 of those kiddos have been adopted. And so the people that adopted those kiddos will go shopping, and then they'll bring their gifts back to church on Sunday. And then our girl group, along with other volunteers, will be wrapping all of those gifts. And then there'll be a drive-through gift giveaway on the 18th. So, again, short answer, long story, I won't be live on Monday or Wednesday. I should be live on Friday, though, but that'll be the only day next week. Bonita says, I need to send you a pic of the reindeer parking I did for my grandkids. It turned out cute. Yeah, send me a picture. Or you can go ahead and post it in the December Art Share folder in the Crafty Collab group. Now that I figured out how to get pictures, now that I figured out how you guys can post pictures, I had a wonky setting in my business page setting, so I had to fix that. Also, how did your gnome turn out that you had me troubleshoot? You have to post the pictures of those as well. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side without it falling on the floor. Let's go ahead and wash our transfer because I made it a gummy mess. We'll try not to splash any on the t-shirt, which at the rate I'm going tonight, it's going to be hard not to do. Okay, so I just have a little tub here. You can take it to your kitchen sink or a utility sink, but a tub works as well too. So I'm just kind of scrubbing it on the bottom, trying to get some of that ink loose. And as you can see, it's turning my water kind of a milky white. And so then I'm going to grab my board eraser, and I'm just going to hold down the edge of my transfer, and I'm going to gently wipe that ink away. Ink usually cleans a little bit easier than chalk because it doesn't dry hard like the paste does on your transfers. It's a lot easier to clean. Bonita says you believe she had too much wax. I probably should have done that part myself. I think I've had that happen myself, and I've seen other designers have the same thing happen. So it can definitely happen. Okay, so I'm going to take it out of the water. I'm going to move my water. And then I'm going to wipe. Oh, there's still some ink. I'm going to wipe as best as I can all of that ink away. Sorry if you can hear my son. He's a bit loud. But that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it over. He's having fun, so that's all that matters. And I'm going to grab a disinfecting wipe. And I just have an off-brand. And I'm going to wipe the back. And I've got a few spots, stubborn spots here that I'm just going to kind of lightly scrub. So I'm just going to take the disinfecting wipe to the back. It helps to get some of that t-shirt fuzz off. Any of the ink that may have gone through the back. I think it actually kind of helps dry it, to be honest, because it kind of wicks a lot of that moisture away. Call me crazy. Okay, so I'm going to skip my backer sheet, which I hid under here. And you can leave it dry face up for about 5 or 10 minutes. But if you've been around before, I'm notorious for letting them dry overnight, air dry overnight, or up to a week because I forgot about them. So I've just gotten into the habit of putting it right back on the backer sheet. So once it dries, it is good to go. And again, this is the Club Couture transfer for the month. So you will get this transfer, which the only way to get it is to be a club member or a designer, and you get 3 paste packets with it. Couture Teal, Eucalyptus, and Peachy Keen. And let me go ahead and show you what all that looks like. So it's $19.99 a month. There is a 3-month minimum to sign up, but you can cancel at any time after 3 months. You get free shipping on this kit that's delivered to your mailbox every month. You also, as a club member, get $4.95 flat rate shipping on any additional Chalk site orders. And from time to time, Chalk Couture offers special deals to Club Couture members. So that's another perk. I think that's about it. Just also want to remind you that the winter warm-up catalog launched. I have the wrong date on there. It actually launched today. So I got a few little goodies today, not very many. So go ahead and check that out. You can go to chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations to get to that catalog. So yeah, lots of fun Valentine's Day stuff. I'm so over making stuff for Christmas, so I'm ready to move on to winter and Valentine's Day and everyday stuff. So let me get back out of that. Let me put this over here. So I'm just going to bring my shirt back in just so you guys can see what it looks like. So I will leave it set out to air dry. I do it overnight just to make sure it's good and dry. And then I will heat set it tomorrow. And you can tell, like right now it's really tacky. But when it dries, it's not so sticky. And then when it's completely heat set, it loses all of that stickiness and tackiness. So that's about it. Let's check my comments. Kendra says she enjoyed it. I'm going to do it this way. I just kind of want to show you. My husband brought home an assistant for me this evening, so he's kind of been watching me. So he's this cute little fir tree, a European cypress, which it smells a lot like Christmas. So he's going to sit over here and micromanage me so I can get some stuff done this evening because I'm a bit behind. So I will be live again on Friday. I'm trying to decide if I've decided my I don't have my project picked out, so if you have any bright ideas, shoot them my way. But I will see you again on Friday, excuse me, at 7:45 p.m. And I hope you all have a great weekend, and thanks for watching. See you later.